Gwen, you're in the 5K final for the Olympics.
Trials.
The trials, yes. Sorry.
You got a little too excited.
It feels like the Olympics to me. And I told a bunch of people last night, I said, I have the same dopamine rush from you getting into the finals that as I did almost for the Olympics without the tears. So
I mean, that's silly, but I also, I kind of understand it because I remember even in my triathlon days, like the trials were always way more nerve-wracking than the actual games. And I think, I've never really been in this prelims final scenario, but I think that's kind of the same thing. Like
first prelims ever.
No, I had one at NCAA.
Well, I mean, but okay. In this last 10 years, this is your first. You've never had to do a race to get into the race.
Right. Not that I can remember. I mean, somebody could probably prove that wrong. But I think, I was pretty nervous just because you want to be there to have a chance. And so sometimes I think it just can get nervous. But so anyway, I had the 5K last night. Mm-hmm. I knew going in that I had to be top 5 in my heat or the next next 6 fastest times. Yep. And when heat 1 started, there was only 10 people in that heat. Mm-hmm. And one of my teammates, Elise, came up to me and said, Gwen, there's 10 people on the heat. So that means 6 automatically are going to come from our heat. And so I knew all I needed to be was top 6. And that's just what I focused on. And I was 6. In a heat like this, it's interesting because I've always been taught to, not think about times or place. But in this sort of race, you kind of want to go as slow as possible. You don't want to go as slow as possible, but you want the least amount of work to get in. And, I got a draw in the second heat. I would say we had a few maybe faster people than the first heat, but the advantage of being in the second heat is I could get in. I could get in based on time or place because I can see what the first heat goes as well. And I can say, okay, I just need to be faster than this time or this place. So that was kind of an advantage of being in that second heat.
I noticed one thing that you did very well last night was, even though your start was very slow, I thought your ability to stay in position and remain what we call in cycling in good wheels in lane 1, where you were always drafting somebody. Can you tell us about the headwind on the back straight and the tailwind on the front straight? Yeah,
it was pretty windy. And I think another factor is it was hot, but half of the stadium at that hour was in shade. And it was like, really cool, not really cool in the shade, but not hot. So like I didn't even really notice the heat. And then, just for me, I was able to just stay relaxed. Like I kind of knew, I just needed to be in that front group. I knew we were running fast enough time that we were going to all get in based on time. And so I just made sure, if anybody fell off, that I went around and just stayed with that front pack. Air conditioner just went on.
Air conditioner, come on. Let me try and see if I can...
No, you can't just... It's over there.
All right.
And we can't edit.
This is a one take. Okay, finally, now we're going to be in Eugene for the weekend. We've made this home, but we had this hotel booked, but we weren't talking about what would happen if you didn't make the final, because we was like...
Kind of did.
Well, yeah, I mean...
We said we'd go home.
We said we'd go... Okay, so now you've got the final on Monday. You're still going to run the 10K on Saturday. I just looked at the weather. They're forecasting 95 on Monday, and then they're back to 100-degree forecast for the 10K on Saturday. Well, how are you going to prepare? What are you going to do?
Nothing different. I mean, I've been heat prepping, heat training, so I've been doing the sauna, so I'll continue to do that. So we'll stay in Eugene. We originally had talked about going home between prelims and finals, but there's a COVID protocol here where we have to get tested in Eugene.
Every 48 hours.
Yeah, every 48 hours. There's a little leeway, but basically that's kind of what you have to do. And so for me to like drive back and forth 2 days, I don't know, I thought I'd want the comfort of my home, but we basically brought everything with us, and this hotel room is spacious enough. I feel like I have everything I need, and my parents brought Stanley up, and we got to see him today. We went to the bike park with him this morning, and they're actually headed off to Crater Lake for some adventures, and Stanley's having a great time. He doesn't miss us at all, so it's a little sad, but also good that we know he's having a good time, so we're able to just kind of relax and recover.
Have you run yet today?
No, I know it's late and I haven't
What do
run.
you do? Are you gonna tell us how much you're gonna run? How much will you run today?
I'll run about 45 minutes today.
Okay.
So it's 2 days before the race, day after the race. But yeah, this morning I didn't run because I wanted to spend time with my family before they left. And so we made them breakfast in the hotel room, and then we went to the bike park, and I got a COVID test.
I made breakfast for 6 people in this hotel room. So that's how prepared I was, and I thought breakfast was amazing.
Phenomenal.
So it was beautiful. So I'm really happy about that. And then I think we're ready for just a relaxing weekend.
Well, it's not going to be relaxing once race day comes, but yeah, I mean, the 5K finals are on Monday, and top 3 qualify for the Olympics. So we'll just, I'm excited. I'm not nervous yet, but I'm sure I will be plenty nervous once the race rolls around. It's kind of nice to have done the prelims. So it was interesting, actually, the prelims of the 5K. I was in heat 2, but they made us all check into the call room at the same time. So my race didn't start until about 6:15, but I had to be basically done with my warm-up by 5:15, which is totally out of the normal, but this is just something that I've experienced. I would say, like, this is where I'm not experienced in running, but I'm so experienced in the championship style races where you just can't control things. So that was kind of, I think, now I know how the flow goes. They hold us in one room, they take us to another room where there's this, like, it's underneath the stadium. Is that how you describe it?
Yeah.
And it's actually really cool. It's all green, and you can do a couple strides there. They have like 100 meters. So yeah, I kind of know what the flow is like, and all my teammates made it through. It was a great day. So I'm excited that I'll be able to warm up with them again.
Okay, last question, and I'll let you go. Just give the audience an understanding. Obviously, it was my first time at Hayward Field. It was your first time running at Hayward Field. But what is that new facility like? Understanding that this facility was built only for track and field.
Yeah, I thought it was amazing.
Yeah.
Don't you? I mean,
No,
I felt like when we ran by the BTC section, I could see everyone, and it felt like intimate.
Yeah.
The track, I think, is fast. I honestly, like, once the race starts.
Does it feel good? Like, does the track feel nice? Does it feel different than other tracks?
Once I'm racing, like, normally I don't really think about that stuff, but everyone else has been telling me that it's really bouncy and responsive, and which is a good thing. So I wasn't really thinking about that in my race. But yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful facility, and I think we're going to see a lot of fast times this week. I know it's hot, but like I said, when half of it's shaded, like, there's a big variance in the shade and the heat, sure. And these are the best women in the U.S. and men.
Okay.
Congrats to my 2 male teammates who made their Olympic team last night.
Yeah.
Woody and Grant. Super cool. Super happy for them, and
they did awesome.
Yeah. All right. That's my race recap.
See you later.